Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for joining the interview. Just I heard you travel to Greece in the vacation.
I did. I traveled this summer with my whole extended family on my birth mom's side.
Whoa, I think that's super cool. So I just will ask some question about Greece. Yeah. So what's your first impression about the Greece, the whole country? Do you like it or some other experience?
My first impression, we flew in on this terrible. So I was there for a European cruise, and we flew in on the cruise booked the flight for us, and so we came in on this very strange, multiple flight switch path. We went from Toronto to Philadelphia to Madrid before finally arriving in Athens. So we had been traveling for about 24 hours when we finally got to Greece. And so considering that, my first impression of Greece was through the eyes of someone very exhausted and very ready to sleep, very ready to finish his day. Even considering that, I thought Athens was absolutely beautiful.
All right, I think that's you got really detailed about the Greece. Yes, yeah. And my next question is just which aspect is the most attractive for you, like the food or cities or something else that's most attractive to you when you just travel into Greece?
I think the best part of Greece by far was the sights, the views, because I went to so many cities, so I got to see so many corners of Greece all along the coastline for this cruise. Corfu was by far my favorite, as was Rhodes. There was this place, I forget which city it had, but there was this beach of black sand. There was just so many wonderful sights, so many wonderful photos. That was definitely the highlight.
Just which cities or place would you just recommend to your friends or families just when they need to travel to Greece?
I think if you can only go to one city, I would go Athens because it just has the most things. I don't know if it's the major of Greece, but it is one of the biggest cities in Greece, and it has the Acropolis, which is like the biggest tourist attraction in Greece. My favorite was Rhodes, as I said earlier, but Athens just has more to offer.
Can you share just what's your most favorite story in your traveling in Greece or other place?
Favorite story? I would say the most exciting story I have is I was on the cruise ship at this time. We were on the coast of this Kefalonia, I believe, and look out the window of the cabin on the cruise ship, and there's this huge fire spreading up the grass of the I guess you would say hill, not mountain, and there's a road at the bottom of the hill, and the fire was spreading down it towards like the traffic, and we saw seaplane after seaplane dropping something equivalent to like fire extinguisher along the edges, such not to douse the fire completely, but to stop it from spreading any further. And it was interesting and exciting, and apparently that just happens all the time there. We asked, and it's just a common occurrence in that part of the country. Fascinating.
So my next question is, if you travel to Greece again, which place do you want to just visit second time, or some new place you want to go but the first time you did go to the place?
Is an island that I went to that had this big beautiful island with lots of smaller cities. It's those parts of Greece that you see online that is like white buildings with blue domes, and there was a volcano near the island, and there was a lot of stuff that we wanted to go to while there, but we weren't able to just because we had to. Cruise docks, you get off the cruise ship, you got to get back on by 7 o'clock or 5 o'clock or whatever. So there was a lot that we did not get the opportunity to do, and so I would go back there because that just has there, or Athens, because they both have the most things to do that I did not do the first time.
I think that's a beautiful island. So think that's all for this interview. Thank you, Jimmy.
Thank you for having me. This was a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you.